Welcome to ABX Reviews. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a powerful and tense set of episodes from Genesis, where the Thabit family's internal conflicts reach a boiling point, a CEO is crowned, and personal dreams are put on the line, all leading to a dramatic shift in power. Here are 10 different scenes from these episodes. Scene 1, A Father's Pressure. Gabriel finds his son and tells him he is announcing his takeover as CEO of Genesis the next day. He instructs his boy to prepare himself for this major life change. Character motivation. Gabriel is motivated by a desire to control the succession plan at Genesis, positioning his son as a key part of his own strategy. Character analysis. This scene shows Gabriel as assertive and presumptuous, making a major corporate decision unilaterally and placing a heavy burden on his son. What deeper issues are being explored? This scene explores the theme of legacy and the immense pressure parents can place on their children to fulfill their own visions for the future. Scene 2, A Heated Confrontation. Gabriel confronts Felicia in another room, furious that she embarrassed him in front of the children. Felicia stands her ground, stating he is not allowed in that room and she does not need his permission to speak in her own house. Scene analysis. This is a raw display of a marital breakdown. The argument is no longer private, and the setting itself becomes a battleground, with Felicia asserting her territorial control. Character analysis. Felicia reveals her steeliness and refusal to be subdued. She is reclaiming her power and space in the household, showing she will not be challenged. My reaction to the scene. This scene is intensely uncomfortable, highlighting how deeply the respect has eroded between them. It is sad to see a family's foundation cracking so visibly. Scene 3, The Accusation. Gabriel accuses Felicia of using Genesis as a weapon in their marriage. Felicia counters that she is only honoring the wishes of her late husband, Thabit, and claims Gabriel knows nothing about honoring wishes. Betrayal. Felicia's comment implies a deep-seated feeling that Gabriel has betrayed the original vision and trust of the family legacy. How do the characters impact the story? This confrontation directly sets the stage for the corporate battle to come, moving the conflict from the personal to the professional realm. What deeper issues are being explored? The core issues here are betrayal and the clash between personal ambition and honoring a family's foundational principles. Scene 4, A Son's Concern. One of the younger sons approaches Gabriel, upset about the constant arguing between his parents and Bonko. He notes the house doesn't feel the same and directly asks if his parents are getting a divorce. Lessons learned. The scene teaches a painful lesson about how adult conflicts inevitably trickle down and affect the children, creating an environment of anxiety and instability. How are the characters developing? The son shows emotional intelligence by articulating the change in the household's atmosphere, moving from a passive observer to someone seeking reassurance. My reaction to the scene. This is a heartbreaking moment. It reminds us that the children are the most vulnerable casualties in this family war, and their perspective grounds the drama in real emotional stakes. Scene 5, Morona's Decision. Morona tells her partner, Roro, that she is tired of the music industry and wants to quit to study law. Roro is shocked and tries to convince her they are too close to success to give up now. Character motivation. Morona is motivated by burnout and a desire for a different, more stable future, possibly influenced by the recent tensions and losses in her family. Is the story strong? This subplot adds strong, relatable depth to the story, exploring the theme of personal fulfillment versus external success and expectations. What deeper issues are being explored? This scene explores the struggle for self-identity and the courage it takes to change your path, even when it disappoints others. Scene 6, An Unlikely Alliance. Roro goes to Felicia for help, expecting her to talk sense into Morona. To his surprise, Felicia supports Morona's decision to further her studies, especially as a woman. Character analysis. Felicia shows a different side here. She is not just a business mogul but a supporter of women's education and empowerment, prioritizing her daughter's personal growth over the business. Lessons learned. The lesson here is that support can come from unexpected places, and a parent's love can sometimes mean endorsing a child's independent choices. My reaction to the scene. This was a surprising and refreshing turn. It complicates Felicia's character, showing she has layers beyond the corporate fighter. Scene 7, The Blame Game. Gabriel and Felicia have another explosive argument. Felicia blames Gabriel for Morona's desire to quit music, calling him a burden. She also brings up the past, criticizing his handling of a previous difficult situation. Betrayal. Felicia voices a profound sense of betrayal, believing Gabriel failed in his personal responsibilities, which she feels has negatively impacted their children. Greed. Felicia accuses Gabriel of seeing Morona as a human ATM, suggesting his interest in her career is financially motivated rather than supportive. How do the characters impact the story? This argument deepens the chasm between them, making any reconciliation seem impossible and solidifying their roles as adversaries. Scene 8. A brother's advice. Bonko tries to convince his mother not to call the board meeting, arguing it is a bad idea for the business and the family. Felicia interprets his hesitation as him having chosen Gabriel's side. Character motivation. Bonko is motivated by a desire for family peace and business stability, caught in the middle and trying to prevent an all-out war. Betrayal. Felicia feels a sense of betrayal from her own son, viewing his caution as disloyalty to her and the Thabith legacy. Is the story strong? This moment is strong because it shows how loyalty is being tested, forcing characters to choose sides in a conflict with no easy answers. Scene 9. The board meeting power move. Felicia addresses the Genesis board. She reminds them the company was built by her late husband and announces Bonko as the new CEO. She frames this as her decision to honor the Thabith legacy and explicitly labels anyone who disagrees as an enemy. Scene analysis. This is the climax of the corporate conflict. Felicia brilliantly outmaneuvers Gabriel by executing his plan herself, thereby stripping him of all power and authority. Character motivation. Felicia is motivated by a need to reclaim control and publicly defend her family's legacy from what she perceives as Gabriel's hostile takeover. What deeper issues are being explored? This scene is all about power, control, and defining a legacy. It explores how far someone will go to protect what they believe is rightfully theirs. Scene 10. The final humiliation. Following the CEO announcement, Felicia gives a final order that Gabriel's name must be removed from the CEO's office immediately. Greed. While not greed for money, this scene displays a greed for power and symbolic control. Felicia is ensuring her victory is absolute and visually undeniable. How do the characters impact the story? This act by Felicia is a point of no return. It is a deeply personal and public dismissal that will undoubtedly have severe consequences for their relationship and the family dynamic. What will happen next? Based on this, Gabriel will not take this humiliation lightly. We can expect a significant countermove from him, potentially using his knowledge of the business to challenge Felicia's authority, which could plunge Genesis into an even deeper crisis. The children, especially Bonko, will be under immense pressure as the new CEO, caught between his warring parents.